Hello everyone, in this video we will learn how to add, subtract, multiply polynomials and its applications in geometry. Alright, now first we need to understand the standard form of the polynomial. So standard form of the polynomials is written as from highest degree to lowest degrees from left to right. So if you look at this one, you see that the highest degree right here is 3, 2, and this is 1, and this is actually s power of 0. Now, negative 2 is the coefficient in front of the highest degree. So this is called leading coefficient. Alright. The last term right here, there is no s. This is called constant term. The degree right here is not negative nor variable exponent. So keep that in mind. Now, if you look at the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth one right here, you will see it. This one right here, there is no variables. So this is called degree 0, right? Because you can put s power of 0 right here, right? Because s power of 0 equals 1, right? Now, because you only have one term, so this is called monomial. Now, the second one, we have two terms, right? So this is called binomial. And if you have two terms and the highest degree is 1 right here, and this is called linear. Next one, we have three terms, 1, 2, 3, and this is called trinomial, right? So the highest degree right here is 2, so this is called quadratic. Next one, we only have one term, right? So this is called monomial. And the highest degree right here is 3, so this is called cubic. And the last one, we have 1, 2, 3 terms, right? So this is called trinomial, right? And the highest degree right here is 4. We call this 4th degree polynomial, alright? Now let's take a look at the first example. So in order to add this polynomial to this polynomial, we need to combine like terms, right? So we look at this one right here. We see that this guy s squared and this guy s squared right here. We just combine them. We see addition right here. So we have negative 7.1 s squared plus 21 s squared. You're gonna put parentheses right here. That is how you combine like terms. So you put addition outside. Now the second one. You have negative 180s. Please, when you combine like terms, you need to bring the negative side with them, right? So you need to box this one. And the second one right here, box the negative side in front of the terms. Alright, so keep that in mind. So the second one is going to be negative 180s minus 140s, right? And then you put the plus sign outside, right? Now the last two terms, you have 5800 and 1900. So you put this guy over here. 5800 plus 1900. Okay. Now you see that they have the same s squared, you just rewrite s squared. You just add the coefficient up, that's it, alright? So you have negative 7.1 plus 21. It's gonna be 13.9 plus, now you have s and s right here, they are like terms, so you put s right here, okay? Now you just add negative 180 and negative 140. It turns out to be negative 320s. So you have negative 320s. Alright, next one, the plus side right here, you bring this one down. 5800 plus 1900 is going to be 7700, right? Now, you need to rewrite the answer. Okay, so you see the plus side and the negative side right here. The plus side and the negative side, you use the triangle trick. This guy is the plus side, this guy is the negative side, this guy is the negative side. Right, keep that in mind. Now, you see the plus side and the negative side next to each other, so you cross this one out. So you only have this one left, so the answer must be negative, right? So my answer should be 13.9 s squared minus 320s plus 7700. This is the final answer. Alright, let's move on to the next example. So now we need to do subtraction. Okay? Alright, so again, if you do subtraction, you need to be careful. Okay? You need to deal with the one right here first, because this polynomial has the subtraction sign in front, right? So you need to distribute the negative one right here. If you see nothing, you put negative one, right? Now you need to distribute this one first. Alright, that is the first step you need to do. So I just rewrite the first one. It's going to be negative 3s squared plus 5s. I rewrite this one. Now after I distribute this one, the side outside must be the plus side. Okay, you convert subtraction to addition. Okay, so keep that in mind. So this guy turns out to be negative 1 times 5s squared is going to be negative 5s squared. Negative 1 times 3s is going to be negative 3s. Negative 1 times negative 12 is going to be plus 12. Alright. Now again, you can use the triangle trick right here. You put the plus side right here, the negative side right here, the negative side right here. Keep that in mind, this one never change. Alright, so negative side times negative side, which means you cross this one out. So the answer is positive. That's why I get 12 right here. Okay, so this guy turns out to be addition. Now we just combine like terms like we did in the first example, right? So I look at this one, I see that's s squared and s squared right here. I need to combine this guy. So I have negative 3s squared minus 5s squared, right? So I put 5s squared right here. Alright, plus, right, the plus side right here, rewrite it over here. Parentheses. Now I see that this one s, so I combine this guy, right? So it's gonna be 5s minus 3s, right? When you combine, make sure you bring the sign in front of the terms, right? And then plus sign outside, parentheses. Now the last one right here, there is no constant right here, and this guy has the constant, so you just rewrite 12 over here. Okay. Now you combine like terms. Negative 3s squared minus 5s squared, right? This guy have the same s squared, rewrite s squared right here. You just add negative 3 and negative 5, right? It's gonna be negative 8, right? So you put negative 8 right here. Plus, rewrite plus sign. 5s minus 3s is gonna be 2s, right? And then rewrite 12, right? And then this is the final answer. Now next one, we're gonna move on to multiplying polynomial. Alright, so for example, we need to multiply 5s minus 3 times 2s plus 1. Alright, we're gonna use the method called FOIL method. So FOIL method, which means the distributive property. So basically, you just distribute this guy, and then this guy, right? Alright, so it's gonna be what? 5s times 2s, you just write 5s times 2s. And then 5s times 1 plus 5s times 1 plus negative 3 times 2s, negative 3 times 2s. And the last one, negative 3 times 1 plus negative 3 times 1. Alright, so 5 times 2 is going to be 10. S times S is going to be S squared. Right, keep that in mind. S times S is going to be S power up 1 times S power up 1 is going to be S power up 1 plus 1. It's going to be S power up 2. Now you need to know the difference between S times S and S plus S. This one equal to 2S. So be careful, okay? Now plus 5s times 1 is going to be 5s. Now negative 3 times 2s is going to be negative 6s. Now negative 3 times 1 is going to be negative 3. Now you just combine like terms right here. So it's 10s squared minus, because 5s minus 6s is going to be negative s. So I put minus s right here. Minus 3 rewrite, right? So this is the final answer. Most students make mistake when they use FOIL method because they always forget the negative side right here. They just take 3 times 2s and they just take 3 times 1. So in order to get rid of this mistake, in this video, I mostly use the box method. By doing this way, you're gonna get rid of this mistake, alright? So now I will do this example with the box method, okay? So I look at this one, I see this, I have 2 terms right here, and this guy right here, I have 2 terms. So I need to create a square width for little box. 5s, so I put 5s right here. This guy right here, negative 3, right? Don't forget the negative side. When you combine like terms or when you do any operation, make sure you print the negative side with them, right? So negative side in front of 3, I need to print negative 3 over here, okay? Now 2s, I put 2s right here. And the last one, 1, I put 1 right here. Okay, so I see that 2s times 5s is going to be 10s squared, right? 2s times negative 3 is going to be negative 6s. 1 times 5s is going to be 5s. 1 times negative 3 is going to be negative 3, right? Now I just combine like terms inside the box right here. So I need to rewrite this guy in the standard form of polynomial, which means decrease from left to right, right? So the highest degree is 10s squared. I need to write this one first. Now next one, negative 6s plus 5s is going to be negative s. And the last one, negative 3, I will write right here. And this is the final answer, right? Alright, let's move on to the next example. Let's multiply these 2 polynomials. Alright, so I need to create a box method, right? So I look at this one, I see this guy has 2 terms, right? So I create a rectangle where we have 2 rows and 3 columns, right? Because the last one right here has 3 terms, right? Negative 3s, I put negative 3s right here. 5, I put 5 right here, right? And then this one, 5s squared, is going to be 5s squared right here. Next, 3s, it could be 3s go over here. And the last one, negative 12, don't forget the negative side, right? So negative 12 right here. Now you just multiply this guy out. Negative 3s times 5s squared is going to be negative 15s cubed, right? We're going to apply the formula a to the m times a to the n. It's going to be a to the m plus n. Now we have s right here times s squared, right? S squared. it's gonna be, this guy is gonna be s power of 1, right? So it's gonna be s power of 1 plus 2. It's gonna be s power of 3. That's why we get s power of 3 right here. Now negative 3s times 3s is gonna be negative 9s squared. Negative 3s times negative 12 is gonna be 36s, right? Use the triangle trick. We have the positive, negative, negative right here. So you have negative 3, negative 12, two negative signs. The answer is positive, right? Next one, 5 times 5s squared. 5 times 5, it could be 25, right? Now just rewrite s squared. 5 times 3, it could be 15, and then rewrite s. 5 times negative 12, it could be negative 60. Now you just combine all terms inside the rectangle right here, right? So I need to rewrite from highest to lowest. So the answer is negative 15s cubed, right? Now I have two like terms right here, right? So it could be 25 subtract 9, it could be 16s squared, right? I have another two like terms right here. 15 plus 36, it could be 51s. And then I have negative 60 right here, rewrite negative 60. And this is the final answer. Alright, let's move on to the next example. We're going to multiply the special case of the polynomials. Right, so you look at this one, we have three special cases right here. The first one, the second one, and the third one. Alright, you can use the regular method like what I did in the previous examples, right? Anyway, you have the faster way to do it if you memorize the formula right here, okay? So, for example, we look at this example right here. I'm going to ask you, what is the error of the whole way right here? Alright, so does that mean you need to calculate the error of the red square, right? You subtract the error of the blue square to get the error of the whole way, right? Okay, so first step, we need to calculate the error of the red square, right? So the error of the square, we look at the left hand side right here, the formula right here. It's gonna be equals sine times sine, right? So the side right here, s plus 6, s plus 6. So it's gonna be s plus 6 times s plus 6. Alright, now s plus 6 times s plus 6 is gonna be equals s plus 6 all together square, right? So I use the formula right here, the first formula right here. I'm gonna expand this one. So it turns out to be, look, a plus b all together square. It's gonna be a square plus 2 times a times b plus b square. Now a in this situation, which means s, right? B in this situation, which means 6, right? So I apply this formula, a square, which means s square, right? Plus 2 times a times b plus 2 times s times 6, makes sense, plus b square, which means 6 square, right? And then it turns out to be s square plus 12s plus 6 square equals 36, right? Alright, now I need to calculate the error of the blue square, right? So the blue square has dimensions s and s, right? So the error must be s times s, right? It's gonna be s squared, right? Now I need to do subtraction to find the error of the whole way, right? So it's gonna be this guy right here, s squared plus 12s plus 36, subtract this guy, s squared, right? Now s squared and s squared right here cancel out, so the answer must be 12s plus 36. This is the final answer. Now go back over here, you can use box method to expand this one, right? You still get the same answer. Now let's take a look at the next example. For example, I still keep this example, but I change this one slightly, right? So right here, s minus 2, s minus 2, alright? So I do exactly the same thing. I need to calculate the error of the red square, right? I still get s squared plus 12s plus 36. Now I need to calculate the error of the blue square, right? The error of the blue square equals s minus 2 times s minus 2, right? So I have s minus 2 times s minus 2, right? Now I can use box method to expand this one, right? But in this situation, I'm going to use the formula to show you how to do it, right? We have many different ways to do it, right? You can use box method. You can get the answer easily, right? Now, s minus 2 times s minus 2 is going to be s minus 2 altogether squared, right? Now, next one. I need to use the formula right here, the second formula right here, and expand this one, right? So we see that a minus b squared equals a squared minus 2 times a times b plus b squared. Now keep that in mind. The subtraction sign right here is the sign of the formula, right? So keep that in mind. So when you talk about b, you just ignore the subtraction sign right here, okay? So in this situation, a equals s, b equals 2, right? So I apply the formula right here. It's going to be a squared, which means s squared. Makes sense. Minus 2, I put minus 2 right here. Times a which means s, I put s right here. Times b which means 2, I put 2 right here. Alright? Don't make mistake. Don't say b equals negative 2, okay? When you apply this formula. Plus b squared, alright? b equals 2. So plus b squared is going to be 2 squared, right? So then I just simplify this one. It's going to be s squared minus 2 times 2 is going to be 4s. Plus 2 squared is going to be 4, right? Now, I need to calculate the error of the whole way by doing subtraction, right? Alright, so I'm going to take the error of the bigger square, subtract the error of the smaller square, right? To get the error of the whole way, right? So the error of the bigger square is going to be s squared plus 12s plus 36, right? Subtract, don't forget parentheses. Don't forget parentheses. Subtract the error of the smaller square is going to be right here. S squared minus 4s plus 4, right? So, you need to distribute the negative side right here first. So, I put 1 right here. Distribute negative 1. So, I just rewrite the first one, right? So, the first one is going to be s squared plus 12s plus 36. So, when you distribute the negative side, the side outside must be positive. So, keep that in mind. Alright? So, that's the way I convert from subtraction to addition of the polynomials, right? Now, negative 1 times s squared is going to be negative s squared. Negative 1 times negative 4s is going to be plus 4s. Negative 1 times 4 is going to be negative 4, right? Now, I just combine like terms, right? So this guy turns out to be s squared and then negative s squared right here. I just put this guy inside parentheses. So s squared minus s squared, right? Put the plus sign outside. 12s and 4s right here. 12s and 4s. Put the plus sign outside. 36. Subtract 4. Alright. Now, the final answer must be s squared subtract s squared. This one cancel out. 12s plus 4s is going to be 16s. 36 subtract 4 is going to be plus 32. And this is the final answer. Now, let's move on to the next example. So, for example, I have the rectangle right here. Now, the width of the rectangle equals s minus 6. The length of the rectangle is going to be s plus 6. Now, I need to calculate the area of this rectangle. The area of the rectangle is going to be length times width, right? So, the area of the rectangle is going to be equal to the length equals s plus 6. The width is going to be s minus 6, right? So I look at this one right here, it's going to be the formula right here. Now again, you can use box method to expand this one, right? In this situation, I'm going to use the formula right here to show you how to do it, right? So I look at this one, I see that a minus b times a plus b. Look, they are the same, a, b, b. The only thing different right here is the sign right here. This is subtraction sign, this is the plus sign, right? So it's going to be a squared minus b squared, right? So I look at this one, I see that this is a, this is b, right? And then this is a, this is b, right? b equals it, a equals s, right? The only thing different right here, this is the plus side, this is subtraction side. So when you write a minus b times a plus b, or a plus b times a minus b, they're both the same. So keep that in mind. I can write a plus b times a minus b, right? It's the same thing as a minus b times a plus b, and you still get the same answer right here, a squared minus b squared. Alright, so by applying this formula, you can easily get the answer, right? It's gonna be a squared, which means s squared, minus b squared, which means 6 squared. So the answer must be s squared minus 36, right? Now if I use box method, I still get the same answer, but it's gonna be longer, right? So I put s right here and 6 right here. I put s right here and negative 6 right here, right? So I just multiply this one out. S times s is going to be s squared. S times 6 is going to be 6s. Negative 6 times s will be negative 6s. And negative 6 times 6 is going to be negative 36, right? Now I need to combine them, right? S squared, I will write s squared. Negative 6s plus 6s, this guy gone, right? Minus 36 right here. This is the answer right here, right? They are the same. Now, we're going to apply these 3 formulas right here to do the mental math. Okay? So, for example, if you're not allowed to use a calculator, right? So, how do you calculate this one faster, right? So, if I ask you to calculate 39 squared, right? Without using calculator, and we need to do this one fast. So, how do we do it? So, 39 can be written as 40 minus 1, right? Altogether square. Makes sense, alright? So 40 minus 1 altogether square. I look at this one. I use the second formula right here. I'm going to identify a equals 40, b equals 1. So I have a square, which means 40 square, minus 2 times a which means 40, right? b, which means 1, plus b squared, which means 1 square, right? So 40 squared is going to be 1600, minus 2 times 40 times 1 is going to be 80, plus 1, right? Because 1 square equals 1. Now 1600 minus 80 is going to be 1520, right? 1520 plus 1 is going to be 1521, right? So by doing this way, I just use my mental math without using a calculator, right? Now let's take a look at the next example. For example, I have 81 squared, alright? So if I don't have a calculator, what should I do? So does that mean I need to write 81, 80 plus 1 altogether square? Makes sense. So I look at this one, it's going to be the first formula right here, right? So I'm going to identify a and b. So a equals 80, b equals 1, right? So I have a squared, which means 80 squared, plus 2 times a, which means times 80, times b, which means 1, plus b squared, which means 1 squared, right? So 80 squared is going to be 6400, plus 2 times 80, 160, right? Plus 1. Now 6400 plus 160 is going to be 6560, right? Plus 1. It's going to be 6561. This is the answer, right? Now, next one. Now we need to calculate 64 times 56 without using calculator. Alright, so observe that 64 and 56 is going to be 4 units away from 60, right? This is 64 and this is 56, right? This is 4 unit, this is 4 unit, right? So I can use 60 to rewrite this one, right? So 64 is going to be 60 plus 4, right? And then 56, I can write 60 minus 4. Makes sense. Alright, so I look at this one right here. It's the formula is going to be right here. Alright, so A equals 60, B equals 4. This is A, this is B. So I have A minus B times A plus B. It's going to be A squared minus B squared. So it's going to be 60 squared minus 4 squared, right? So 60 squared is going to be 3600 minus 16, right? So 3600 minus 16 is going to be 3584, right? Now let's move on to the next example. So suppose I have the square with the side length 5 times x to the 4 times y. Now I need to calculate the error and perimeter, right? So I look at this one, the error of the square is going to be the side square, right? So the error of this one is going to be 5x to the 4y all together square, right? So does that mean this guy equals 5x to the 4 times y times 5x to the 4 times y, right? Side times side. Now 5 times 5 is going to be 25, right? S to the 4 times s to the 4 is going to be s to the 8, right? The formula we have 8 to the m times 8 to the n. It's going to be 8 to the m plus n, right? Now y times y is going to be y squared, right? Because y power of 1 times y power of 1 is going to be y power of 1 plus 1. It's going to be y power of 2, right? And this is the final answer, right? Now we need to calculate perimeter. So perimeter equals the side length multiplied by 4, right? So it's going to be 5s to the 4 times y all together multiplied by 4, right? So it's going to be 4 times 5, it could be 20. And rewrite everything right here. S to the 4y. And this is the answer. Alright, let's move on to the next one. So for example, if we have the triangle with the side lengths given right here. Now we need to calculate perimeter. So the perimeter of the triangle, you just add all the sides up, right? Formula right here. Just add all the sides up. So the first side right here, I have 2s squared minus 5sy minus 2s. Alright, add the second one, 4sy minus 8s. And then add the third one, 3sy minus 3s, right? Now, I need to combine like terms. So I look at the first one right here, 2s squared. There is no like terms. So I just rewrite 2s squared, right? The second one plus parentheses. Negative 5s squared right here. And 4s squared right here. And 3s squared right here. So we have three like terms, right? So I put negative 5s squared plus 4s squared plus 3s squared. And then add parentheses. Now the last one, we have negative 2s right here, negative 8s right here, and negative 3s right here. They are like terms, right? So I put negative 2s plus minus 8s minus 3s, right? Alright, now I just rewrite 2s squared plus, look at this one, I have s squared, s squared, s squared, I just rewrite s squared, right? Now, negative 5 plus 4 plus 3, right? It turns out to be 2, right? So I put 2 right here, positive, so I don't need the sign right here. Plus, now the last one, I have s, I just write s, right? Negative 2 minus 8 minus 3, right? So they all have the same sign. I just add them up and keep the same sign, right? So 2 plus 8 equals 10, 10 plus 3 equals 13. So it's going to be negative 13, right? So it's going to be negative 13. Now, if you see the plus sign and the negative sign next to each other, the answer must be negative sign. So I write this one. So I just put the subtraction sign right here. And this is my final answer. Now let's move on to the next example. So for example, if I have the right triangle and the base is 2s squared minus 6s and the height equals 4s minus 8. Now I need to calculate the area of this triangle. So the area of the triangle equals base times height divided by 2, right? So I just apply this formula. The base is 2s squared minus 6s. The height is going to be this guy, right? So it's going to be 1/2 times 2s squared minus 6s times 4s minus 8. Alright, so I'm going to use the box method to multiply this guy out. Alright, so 1/2 I don't need. Right, so I just rewrite 1/2. Now 2s squared, I put 2s squared right here. This is minus 6s, I put minus 6s here. 4s, put 4s right here. Minus 8, put minus 8 right here. Now just multiply this one out. 4 times 2 is going to be 8. S times s squared is going to be s cubed. 4 times negative 6 is going to be negative 24. S times s is going to be s squared. Negative 8 times 2 is going to be negative 16. And then rewrite s squared. Last one, negative 8 times negative 6 is going to be 48. And rewrite s. Alright, so this guy can be written as a equals 1/2 parentheses. Now combine this guy. This guy has no like term, so I just rewrite a s cubed, right? Negative 24 and negative 16 s squared right here. They are like terms, right? So I need to add them up because they have the same sign right here. Negative 24, negative 16. When you add them up, it's going to be negative 40 s squared. And then the last one, 48s plus 48s. Now I need to distribute 1/2, right? So the answer must be 8 divided by 2 is going to be 4s cubed. Minus 40 divided by 2 is going to be 20s squared. Plus 48 divided by 2 is going to be 24 s. This is the final answer. Now let's move on to the next example. So for example, if we have the triangle with the side length s minus 8 and as plus 4 and given perimeter equals 12s minus 7. Now we need to find the missing side length right here. Alright. In order to find the perimeter, you need to add all the sides up, right? So the perimeter right here equals 12s minus 7, right? And you have two sides right here, right? Now you need to find the third side. So does that mean you take the perimeter, you need to subtract the sum of the two sides right here, right? So the first step I need to do is I need to add this guy up, right? So I have s minus 8 plus 8s plus 4, right? So I combine like terms s and as right here. S plus 8s plus the plus sign outside, bring it down, parenthesis. The second terms right here, the second line terms right here, negative 8 and plus 4. So negative 8 plus 4. Alright. S plus 8s, which means 9s. Negative 8 plus 4 is going to be negative 4, right? So negative 4 right here, right? So this is the sum of two side lengths. Now you need to take 12s minus 7, which is perimeter, right? 12s minus 7. And then you need to subtract the sum of two side lengths right here. It's going to be 9s minus 4. Don't forget parentheses. Alright, so next one, I need to distribute. If I see nothing right here, put 1. So I need to distribute negative 1 over here first, right? To turn this one into addition, right? So I have 12s minus 7 plus parentheses. Negative 1 times 9s, it could be negative 9s. Negative 1 times negative 4 is going to be plus 4, right? Now I need to combine like terms 12s and negative 9s. Plus the second one, negative 7 and plus 4. Alright, so 12s minus 9s is going to be 3s. Negative 7 plus 4 is going to be negative 3, so minus 3. This is the final answer. Let's move on to the next example. So, we have two rectangles, right? The one inside and the one outside. Now, question, what is the area of the shaded regions right here, right? Area right here. So, in order to do this one, you need to calculate the area of the bigger rectangles, right? And then you subtract the area of the smaller rectangle, right? So, the area of the bigger rectangle is going to be 2s plus 3 times 4s minus 5, right? Length times width, right? The formula right here. Alright, so we're going to use box method to multiply this guy out. Alright, so we're going to put 2s right here, 3 right here, 4s right here, and negative 5 right here. Now 4s times 2s is going to be 8s squared. 4s times 3 is going to be 12s. Negative 5 times 2 is going to be negative 10s. Negative 5 times 3 is going to be negative 15, right? And then you just add this guy up. It's going to be 8s squared. Negative 10s plus 12s is going to be plus 2s. And then minus 15. Alright, this is the answer for the area of the bigger rectangle. Now, the area of the smaller rectangle is going to be 3s plus 2 times s minus 8, right? So we're going to use the box method again. Alright, so we're going to put 3s here, 2 here, and s right here, and negative 8 right here, right? S times 3s, it could be 3s squared. S times 2, it could be 2s. Negative 8 times 3s could be negative 24s. Negative 8 times 2 is going to be negative 16, right? Alright, now you just combine like terms. So this guy turns out to be 3s squared, negative 24s, and 2s, it could be negative 22s, and then minus 16. Alright, now we're going to do subtraction. The error of the bigger rectangle subtract the error of the smaller rectangle, which means we have 8s squared plus 2s minus 15 subtract, don't forget parentheses, 3s squared minus 22s minus 16. Now we need to convert subtraction into addition by doing distributive property right here. Put 1 right here, right? So distribute negative 1 to this guy. Alright, so the first one I just rewrite 8s squared plus 2s minus 15. Now the second one, put the plus sign outside. Negative 1 times 3s, it can be negative 3s squared. Negative 1 times negative 22s, it could be plus 22s. Negative 1 times negative 16 plus 16, right? Now you need to combine like terms, right? This is as squared, negative 3s squared, combine them. As squared minus 3s squared. Put the plus sign outside. The second one, 2s and 22s. And the third one, plus negative 15 and plus 16. Alright, now simplify. As squared minus 3s squared is going to be 5s squared. 22s plus 22s. 2s plus 22s is going to be 24s. Minus 15 plus 16 is going to be plus 1. This is the final answer. Now let's move on to the last two examples. Now we need to calculate the error of the trapezoid, right? So we look at this one right here. We see that the error of the trapezoid is base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2, right? This is my base 1. This is my base 2. Keep in mind, the base always, keep in mind, the base is always parallel, right? So this guy and this guy parallel, right? The height right here, this is the height. Alright, so the error equals 1/2, right? Base 1 is 3y times base 2, 4y minus 5 times height. Height is going to be y plus 4, right? It's going to be, now we need to distribute this guy first. Alright, so we just rewrite 1/2, right? Parenthesis. 3y times 4y is going to be 12y squared. 3y times negative 5 is going to be negative 15y. And then rewrite the last one right here, y plus 4, right? Now we need to use the box method to distribute this guy, right? When you have more than 2 terms, you can use the box method. If you have 1 term, you just distribute that one easily, right? Alright, So I have 12y squared. I put 12y squared right here. Next one, negative 15y. And next one, y. And the last one, 4. Right? Now, y times 12y squared is going to be 12y cubed. Y times negative 15y is going to be negative 15y squared. 4 times 12y squared is going to be 48y squared. 4 times negative 15y is going to be negative 60y. Alright, so we just combine like terms. Rewrite 1/2 over here, parentheses. This guy has no like terms. We rewrite 12y cubed. This guy and this guy have the like terms, right? So it's going to be 48 subtract 15 is going to be plus 33y squared. And the last one, negative 60y, right? Alright, this is the final answer. You don't have to distribute 1/2, right? Because this is the odd number. 33 is not divisible by 2, so we just leave it. Now let's move on to the last example right here. We need to calculate perimeter of this circle, right? Perimeter of the circle is the same thing as circumference of the circle, right? So circumference of the circle is given by 2 times pi times r, right? Where r is the radius, so the radius right here equals 2s minus 4. You just substitute over here, it's going to be 2 pi times 2s minus 4, right? Now, I just distribute 2, right? So I just rewrite pi right here. Distribute 2 over here. So I have 4s. And then 2 times negative 4 is going to be negative 8, like this. Alright, so you rewrite this one as 4s minus 8. Don't forget parentheses, pi. And this is the answer, right? Now, the error formula of the circle is given by pi times r squared, right? Now, radius equal 2s minus 4, so I just write pi times 2s minus 4 all together squared. Now, you have two different ways to do this one. You either apply the formula a minus b all together squared equals a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, right? So in this situation, a, which means 2s, b, which means 4. So I apply this formula right here. A squared, which means 2s all together squared, minus 2 times a, which means times 2s, times b, which means times 4, plus b squared, which means 4 squared. Alright, now I simplify this one. It's going to be pi, parentheses, 2 squared is going to be 4, s squared is going to be s squared, minus 2 times 2 is going to be 4, 4 times 4 it can be 16, so 16s, plus 4 squared equals 16. Alright, so the final answer is 4s squared minus 16s plus 16 all together times pi, right? Now the second way is you can write 2s minus 4 all together squared as 2s minus 4 times 2s minus 4, like this. And then you can apply the box method, alright, and you distribute it and you still get the same answer right here. Alright, and it's good time to stop. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that if you failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
We rise like tall buildings. as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun, as she puts her hand in